If you grew up in Britain in the mid-80s, Christmas Day wasn't just about turkey, presents, and Nan falling asleep in front of the fire. No, it was about the Christmas Day TV schedule, a lovingly curated buffet of cartoons, church services, blockbuster films for all the family, and the kind of star-studded light entertainment that only the 1980s dared to serve. So fluff up your shoulder pads, pour yourself a baby cham, and let's journey back to the 25th of December 1985, when ITV invited the nation to spend Christmas together, one program at a time. Before streaming, before 24-hour channels, and long before you could voice-activate your TV, Christmas Day began with a static TV AM screen, followed by the warm, slightly fuzzy embrace of the early morning startup. Good Morning Britain ushered us gently into the festivities, with Anne Diamond and Nick Owen cheerfully presenting as though they hadn't been up since 2 a.m. It was the perfect accompaniment for unwrapping your first present, the small one, that sensible parent-approved one, while Mum prepared the roast potatoes. Then came the build-up to TVAM's Christmas party, the sort of extended special where everyone in the studio looked like they were genuinely having fun, or at least had been permitted to wear a novelty jumper. It was wholesome, homely, and festive, even if half the nation was still in its dressing gowns. Next up, an essential service for parents everywhere, cartoons to keep the kids quiet while the grown-ups checked whether the sherry bottle was still full. Christmas Fraggle Rock returned with Henson's unmistakable mix of puppetry, heart, and songs that stuck in your head until the new year. This was closely followed by Dangermouse, Britain's tiniest secret agent with the largest ego, a quick blast of animated nonsense, ideal for filling in the gap before the morning serious business, church, and the pre-lunch movie. At 10 a.m., ITV switched tone for the Christmas morning service. Then came an ITV holiday stalwart, Disney at Christmas, a pick and mix of animated shorts and classic clips. It was the televisual equivalent of finding that one green triangle in the Quality Street tin. Familiar, comforting, universally loved. ITV then followed this up with a slight curveball. Disney's underappreciated sci-fi film, The Black Hole. Children expecting Bambi and Dumbo instead met a moody space epic filled with ominous robots and actual philosophical musings. Perfect festive fare, I'm sure you would agree. Still, even the grown-ups found themselves strangely glued to it. Before MTV dominated the teen psyche, ITV gave us Jim Davidson's top pop videos of '85. This was your one-stop shop for neon fashion, synthesizer-heavy hits, and the sort of dance moves that have aged like milk. It was both a treat and a reminder of why hair mousse sales were booming. What followed next was a Christmas sequence as traditional as Brussels sprouts. The royal year offered a polished montage of ribbon cuttings and dignified waves that led us all to the essential televised event at 3 p.m. The nation paused as one for the Queen's Christmas message. Families hushed, pets were shushed, and for precisely 10 minutes, Britain behaved itself. But rest assured, after the speech and a quick ad break, came another national treasure, James Bond. This year's selection was Moonraker, Roger Moore's cosmic caper in which Bond casually went to space because, well, it was filmed in the late 70s and Star Wars envy was real. Jaws returned, gadgets whirred, and sofas across the land swallowed families whole as each of us slowly digested the chestnut stuffing. A quick stop for the ITN news at 5:30 to remind us the world still existed. And then it was straight into Name That Tune, with Lionel Blair presiding over cheerful contestants, trying to guess melodies within seconds. It was wholesome, noisy, and exactly the sort of quiz show Christmas demanded. Evening viewing kicked off with Coronation Street, reliably delivering the perfect mix of humor, heart, and low-stakes drama. You'd maybe get a minor row in the Rovers, a missing mince pie, or an emotional reunion. Nothing apocalyptic, just 1980s soap comfort food. Then came Fresh Fields, starring Julia McKenzie and Anton Rogers as the endlessly beleaguered Fields family. Their Christmas special, A Dickens of a Christmas, was as warm as the oven that had been blasting since dawn. But the jewel in ITV's festive crown arrived at 7:30 p.m. Minder on the Orient Express. This wasn't just a Christmas episode, it was a feature-length event. Arthur Daly and Terry McCann aboard the world's most glamorous train, peak 1980s British television, cheeky humor, mild peril, and character chemistry you could bottle. Later, Des O'Connor. Tonight kept the convivial spirit alive, with big-name guests, gentle jokes, and the kind of glitzy studio sheen that we used to love and adore. And finally, for those still awake, Gregory's Girl, the sensitive Scottish coming-of-age comedy. The day wrapped with Christmas night thoughts, a quiet reflection before ITV shut down for the night. Younger viewers may not believe this, but yes, the channel actually closed. No late-night endless repeats, no scrolling guide, just a test card, a clock, and the soft hum of a nation finally surrendering to sleep. What makes ITV's 1985 Christmas Day schedule so charming today is how confidently eclectic it was. Puppets and space thrillers, church choirs and Bond lasers, Arthur Daly and Des O'Connor, all cheerfully sharing the same day's billing without apology. It was television designed not for algorithms, but for families, all ages, all moods, all gathered around a single screen that flickered warmly in the corner of the room. Christmas Day on ITV in 1985 wasn't perfect, but it was a whole lot of fun. And honestly, we could do with a bit more of that sort of telly magic today.